Buckle up your pant legs, zip up your hats, and get ready to watch some kids die. It's time for Sounds About Light, a podcast about Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. I'm Sam.
I'm Drew.
We both got sick, but they can't keep a good podcast down. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, the darkness gathering in my heart almost got me, but I'm doing better.
I told you to take that bangle off.
But it looks so good.
You're supposed to take off the banklet of dark and put on the anklet of good.
Yeah, but I've designed my entire outfit around this bangle. I can't change it now.
Just put on a belt on your wrist or something. Or where are you wearing the bangle?
Yeah, it's one of 4 belts I already have around my waist.
The bangle is holding the belts up.
That's right.
You know, it's not great for podcast recording. I have to edit out quite a lot of clinking.
Yeah, I'm constantly jingling and jangling over here.
But, you know, I'm the greatest editor of all time, so nobody ever notices.
That's right. That's right.
Well, we finished Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. What did you think of the end of it?
That it doesn't really seem like much of an ending?
No, well, it's not really an ending. It's basically the end of Act 1.
Right. And in that perspective, it's interesting. I don't really know what... I guess, yeah, I think that's the thing, is it definitely could not stand on its own because it has a lot more things to answer still.
Mm-hmm. I think I said last time at the very end that we were going to be meeting a whole bunch of new characters because, I was wrong. Apologies. The beginning of Union Cross, we're going to meet all the new Union leaders, and I was really excited for that, but it didn't happen. But we did meet one new character. We met Strelitzia.
Yeah.
What did you think of Strelitzia? We can get into it properly when we get there, but what did you think of Strelitzia?
There's not much to know about Strelitzia. They're just kind of sad.
She's a bit of a controversial character because her main arc, when we get to know her, is about her, some would say, stalking the player.
Yeah, it's definitely riding that fine line of stalking, for sure.
I think it is. I tend to lean towards it's not menacing, and it is just sad.
Yeah, it just more seems like she's lonely and has noticed Dennis, as we all would, because of his big crown and shiny keyblade, and is just kind of admiring from afar. I mean, these are children, and it just feels like he's the boy across the playground.
Yeah. She noticed him because he stands out because he's so plain, because he isn't wearing a Moogle head or a pumpkin head.
It's gotta be pretty refreshing.
He's only wearing a gigantic crown.
Yeah, just the big crown and very, very silly keyblades.
We start this time with a little flash forward teaser of Dennis lying on the ground in the middle of the newly formed Keyblade graveyard, dying, ?
Yep, my notes say this is very goth to be sleeping in the middle of a graveyard.
What is it more or less goth that it's Keyblades?
They're pretty goth Keyblades, a lot of them. They've got a lot of spiky edges on them and stuff.
That is true. We flash back to a few days before. Chirithy and Dennis see a couple of Keyblade wielder boys arguing in the Fountain Plaza, and against Chirithy's urging, Dennis jumps in the middle and tries to break up the fight. They're arguing over Lux. What else is new? You took my light. You are a dark boy. Stop it. I'll kill you.
Yeah, it's sad to see Chirithy, because Chirithy hates the fighting, and that made me feel bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dennis doesn't do a very good job of diffusing the situation.
No, it's not his fault though. Things have gone pretty deep, you know.
Yeah, the foretellers are pretty bad at what they're doing, pretty much across the board, it seems like.
No, they're very good at what they're doing, which is following the master's orders to bring about the end of the world.
That's true. They're really good at bringing about the end of the world. That's a really good point.
Mission accomplished. Just put up a huge banner over the Keyblade graveyard. We did it.
I would love to see that.
So Skuld runs in. Remember Skuld? It's been a long time for us.
Yeah, hey Skuld.
Hey Skuld, I remember you. Skuld runs in and says, your Keyblades aren't to fight each other, they're to fight the darkness. And then one of the boys says, yeah, well, if you're taking my light, you're basically a Heartless when you think about it. And then I think like 20 more Keyblade wielders just run in from off screen like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, I think these people just wanted to kill each other anyway. Yeah, the line's
They
really...
want to be on the leaderboards and get the big prize.
The line's really intense. Anyone who tries to steal the light is no different than a monster of darkness.
Yeah.
It's like, I think they are. Have you seen a Monster of Darkness? It's pretty different.
They've fought quite a few of them.
Right.
But then Aced gets here. I think... Oh, I have a note here. I'll get to it. I couldn't remember. I can't remember right now. Yes, okay, yes, here it is. This is a scene where Aced shows up and asks what your union is, and then in this video, Dennis says Unicornus, and then Aced immediately kicks his ass. So I wanted to know, does that happen if you are in Aced's Ursus union? Yes.
Oh, he just kicks your ass anyway?
He is here to fight.
That's on brand for Aced.
Yeah. But yeah, he shows up and says, the war's already started. There's no way to tell who's fallen to darkness. The only proof of strength is victory, and a strong union is proof of justice. I think that doesn't he say that he's like trying to make his own union? Like not his union, but a new union.
Well, yeah, he basically is saying that, yeah, he's going to make the strongest union, and by just finding all the strongest people and forming a union, that's how they'll I guess stave off the end of the world by being the strongest or something like that.
He's basically trying to do the dandelions, but instead of finding all the nicest people, he's finding all the strongest people.
Right. When he says like the dandelions are Ava demonstrating her power, which is like, yeah, sure, dude, that sounds a lot like Ava.
What is the strong version of a dandelion?
The strong version of a dandelion. I mean,
something that you blow on, but it doesn't flutter everywhere.
Like a thistle? The thistles?
The first thing that came to mind for me is the Three Little Pigs House of Bricks.
House of Bricks is House of Bricks is pretty good for Aced. It sounds like you don't get the idiom brick house. He's how you say House of Bricks?
Yeah, Aced walks up to Dennis and says, "How would you like to join my House of Bricks?"
Now that just sounds like a JoJo, like, I don't know, gang and or stand.
Or no House of Bricks.
Which is Brick House. That's just the English.
Yeah, that's the localized version.
Yeah, so you hear him say Brick House and it says House of Bricks underneath it.
Strong house.
Strong house.
Not fall down building. But yeah, Aced huffs and puffs and defeats Dennis very handily because he's gigantic and an adult.
And just a straight up fascist now, like very openly.
Yeah, that's an issue that I have with, I mean, I guess it's not an issue with Unchained Key. I guess it's more of an issue with back cover, because I feel like this does not read as the Aced that we've gotten to know from the like cutscene movie.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're meant to believe that they've all gone dark mode.
Yeah, he's just gotten really pissed off by getting almost killed, I think, by his friends, which is, I guess, fair. Although, I guess, I don't think it's fair to say, oh, you kicked my ass so hard I became a fascist. I still don't think that's okay. But,
yeah, that's like Twitter stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Ira arrives, though, and I would say a little bit meekly, considering what he just did, just sort of tells Aced off. It's like, don't beat up the kids. Yeah, don't beat up our students. And Aced's like, whatever.
Yeah. Does Aced say that Ira's been fueling the flame or something like that?
Yeah, because he's competing for Lux, which, yeah, this is another one of those things that's kind of weird, because the way that we've experienced this is all in chronological order by splicing back cover in. But if you played this on its own without watching back cover, like as this was running, you would have no context of like the Gula stuff and him telling Ava he's trying to summon Kingdom Hearts or whatever. So all that you would have known is the foretellers are fighting, and now they're trying to get the most Lux. So with our additional context of the Gula stuff, I think that Aced accusing Ira of something here is a little bit broken.
Yeah, Aced's not really thinking it through. I think that's just where we gotta be at.
He doesn't know how.
No, does not know how. Yeah, okay, this is where Assad says his just evil plan, right? To to just win and beat all the other unions.
Yeah, if I beat up enough kids hard enough, then I will have the strongest kids, and then we can just kick all the other masters out.
And that'll save the world, he thinks.
Yeah, and Ira's like, that'll never work. And Assad says, let's find out on the battlefield, bitch. He leaves through a portal. All the Keyblade wielders disperse. It's now just Skuld, Ira, and Dennis. And Skuld says, hey, Master Ira, what did he mean about the battlefield? And Ira just says, what fate intended.
Cool. They're not very good at talking to children.
Yeah. Skuld asks why would anyone fight in a war that they know will have no winners? And Ira says, that's exactly the point. To make sure there are no winners. Which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, that is the goal, right? I guess, like, it is...
What's that famous quote from Call of Duty loading screens that's like, war does not determine who is right, only who is left. Ira's like, fuck that. A good war determines that no one is left.
Well, it is interesting, too, because it's like, Ira seems to have interpreted the Master's plans as being, you know, the world's going to end, but there can't be a winner. Why would it? I mean, yeah, what happens if there's a winner? Does the world not end and it just gets bad, or what's the deal?
I don't know. I don't know if he's saying the point is to make sure there are no winners in the sense of like that would go against the prophecy, and we can't do that because it would potentially destroy the timeline or something. Or if he's saying we can't let someone win because then they have Kingdom Hearts and can rewrite the world or something.
Yeah, or just the imbalance of power or something. But okay, yeah, it's a pretty.
Yeah, I just feel like
it's pretty bleak.
Yeah, I just feel like we maybe are a little bit past the question of balance of power when we're talking about everyone being dead.
Yeah,
I guess it's like, hey, if all of my people have to die, then all of your people have to die. It's not fair if one of us gets to survive.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, they really trusted their master, and I guess we don't really have the context for why they trust the Master of Masters so much.
He gave them their animal masks.
Yeah, there had to be more. There had to be some way he built his reputation, I would hope. Because right now it's just this guy seems like, what if we all just walked away from it? Then what?
It's prophecy.
Yeah.
You can't.
True.
So Dennis passes out from getting his ass kicked, and now we meet Strelitzia. She is narrating about her favorite spot, which is just sitting on the roof of a house overlooking the Fountain Plaza with her own Chirithy. She says over the past couple of years, she made a few friends here and there, but nobody ever really stuck around in her life. There was only one constant, which was a boy with a crown and a very powered up gotcha keyblade named Dennis. But she never actually spoke to him. She just noticed him at the fountain one day, looking sad, hugging his Chirithy, trying to hold back tears. That, of course, we know is the day that Ephemer broke their promise and didn't show up. And then after that day, every time they crossed paths on missions, she always noticed him. And she always wanted to say hello, but she never had the courage.
Sad.
So she's a sad, lonely girl. We've all had that happen when we notice like a series of letters and numbers on a license plate, and then we start seeing them everywhere. I think that's what the movie The Number 23 is about. Yeah,
I think so. We all remember when we were in our child army, we saw the cute kid in the other child army, and we pined for them.
I don't know. Does it ever mention what union she's in?
No, I guess not.
I don't think it ever comes up. She says that they cross paths on missions, which makes me think they might be in the same union.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I thought maybe she was in Ava's union, but I don't know. They never really say.
I don't know. But she notices Dennis over time when she's just keeping an eye on him. She notices that he's starting to sort of doubt their purpose here in Daybreak Town. And she wonders what he's seen. She wonders what he knows. She wonders what he's been through. But above all, she hopes that someday they can become friends. And then one day, old Master Ava finds her hanging out on the bridge. We learn now that she is in fact a dandelion. And Ava asks her for a little favor. Always good.
Yeah. I mean, it is better to be chosen as a dandelion than the alternative, pretty much, because
That's true.
You don't have to die. So
That's true. Well, this isn't her being chosen as a dandelion. She's already a dandelion.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, she gets a job.
This is where Ava hands her a little green book that we've seen before. This is the Union Leaders Rule Book that I think we saw last time, whenever the hell that was.
Yeah.
Strelitzia is going to be, I guess, the new Ava, the new shy, too nice for this girl, who also is one of the 5 presidents of the world.
Was she the union leader or a union leader? Was the idea that the dandelions will also have multiple unions, or is
Yes, okay. This was talked about 1 or 2 episodes ago. Okay, yeah. That there will still be 5 unions.
That's right. So
after the
Strelitzia
Keyblade
be
War.
one of the leaders. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's right. Ava says, like, so you'll be a union leader, but the thing is, just don't tell people about how climate change is coming, because you're going to just really bum people out. Like, the world.
Yes. Although in this metaphor, the phrase "climate change is coming" means that climate change is a big mob of people with weapons on the horizon who will be here very soon.
True, yeah. It is like climate change, though, because the fight does create, a Kingdom Hearts or something. So,
yeah.
Which is what climate change is. I think that's what climate change is.
Yeah, I also think that, because I only can view things through the lens of Kingdom Hearts.
Right. Yep, that's where I'm at now. At this point in the podcast, that's where I'm at.
That's good. I'm glad I did that to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is also where I didn't realize Dennis wasn't a dandelion, and this is where I realized that, because I think Strelitzia is sad that Dennis isn't a dandelion at this point.
Yeah, that came up probably last episode, that Ava invited him to join them, and he said that he didn't want to abandon everybody else.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, because I remember that he got invited. Okay, that's why I was confused. Yeah, my notes say Dennis ain't dandy, and I couldn't remember why I said that, and then I realized. Now I know why.
So Strelitzia is in her bedroom looking at the future union leaders rule book, and she's like, "Oh man, am I really going to be a union leader?" But Chirithy kind of says, like, believe in Master Ava, who believes in you, believe in yourself. And Strelitzia very reasonably is like, "I don't think it will be good if everyone dies." And Chirithy's like, "Well, hey, all your friends are dandelions anyway," which doesn't help her feel better, it turns out.
No, it wouldn't really help me feel better either, I don't think.
And yeah, this is the part where she realizes, oh my god, that kid that I've been looking at, he's not a dandelion. I have to go look for him and let him know what's happening so he can join the dandelions and not die. But it's dark outside, so she jumps back in bed and she's like, all right, I'm going to wait for him at the fountain first thing in the morning and recruit him. And is this this is a dream. I was very confused about my notes because there was a very strange cut here. Yeah, we cut to Dennis in a dream in the Keyblade graveyard looking around, and there's shadowy figures in every direction, but then a bright light appears in the sky above him and they disappear, and he wakes up in his bedroom with Chirithy and Skuld.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Skuld is worried about the state of things. She's like, yeah, I think it's true. There's no escaping this war. Dennis wakes up and asks if she found Ephemer yet. She says, no, I'm trying to convince everyone not to fight in the war, but nobody believes there's going to be a war. I don't know how anyone could think that at this point.
No, I don't know. Just wishful thinking.
I guess so. Things are very tense.
Yeah.
The teachers are beating up the students.
They're trying to murder them and saying they're not strong enough.
Yeah. She also reveals, I think this is the first we've heard of it, that Ava has gone missing and the dandelions are sort of losing focus as a group.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing that before this, so.
I think that's news.
Yeah.
Dennis's Chirithy says that Ava is close with Gula, so maybe we can go find Gula. So they go to the old disused building where all the stuff happens in back cover, and they head inside. There's 2 Chirithys on the roof watching them, and then one of them suddenly says, sorry, gotta go. I have no idea what that was.
Oh, I figured it out at one point. I think it was maybe Strelitzia's Chirithy keeping an eye on Dennis. I can't remember.
Oh,
yeah.
You might be right. Strelitzia's Chirithy is going to tell her, I know where Dennis is.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, that might be it. We'll see if that makes sense in my notes going forward, because I really don't remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they head inside. Gula is here, just sitting in the dark like a creep.
He's doing what I'm doing when I'm doing great.
Just sitting in a chair in a dark room.
That's how you know I'm thriving.
Skuld says that she is trying to find Ava, and they need to warn people that the war is coming up. And Gula says, oh, you're just like her. You're always trying to do the right thing, but doing the right thing is not going to prevent the end of the world. The only one who could do that is the Master of Masters, and Lushu's the only one who knows where he is. And Skuld and Dennis have never even heard of Lushu, which is, I guess I don't know why they would have.
Yeah, he's not like an active member of society.
Yeah, it's just very funny to learn that they didn't even know he existed.
Yeah, they know less than we do, honestly. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing stuff that's happening off screen.
True. Yeah, they don't have that ability, which is unfair, but...
So sad. They should get to watch back cover. It's all right.
It's pretty good.
It's all right. There's a cool fight scene.
Yeah.
Gula says that he doesn't know where Lushu is either, but he thinks that Ava is currently looking for Lushu to try to find the Master, which I guess we know with back cover knowledge that that's an act of desperation to try to prevent Gula from needing to summon Kingdom Hearts.
Right, that's right. Okay.
And I'm sure that if the Master did come back, he would just be like, oh, Gula, oh, come on. And then everyone would stop fighting.
Right, yeah, the Master's definitely not... This isn't exactly what he wanted to happen, for sure.
He would call a school assembly in Daybreak Town and tell all of the Keyblade wielders, this has all been a big misunderstanding. And they'd go, okay.
Yeah. Too bad that doesn't happen, though.
No, alas. We instead go to... We do see Lushu, though. He is here. He's on the famous hill overlooking the town. And Ava finds him and says, what have you been doing this whole time? And he says, I've been doing what my role was, to watch this all play out. He tells her that he never got a copy of the Book of Prophecies. The Master just assigned him the task of watching the end of the world and going forward to the next one. And he says, let me guess, you were hoping that I could summon the Master to save the world. But no, that can't happen because... He says the lost page contains the Master's intentions?
Yeah. Yeah, he was
what does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
I guess the intentions... Well, okay, we know that what's in the lost page is that there will be a traitor who bears the sigil, and that they will lead to the end of the world. I guess when he says the Master's intentions, he means the Master set all this up?
Yeah, the intentions to let the world end. I don't know. Ava takes this a really weird way, too. The Master's intentions, because he says something about how, like, he isn't interested in this world and what's to come.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll cut back to this in a moment, because we are going to get some more lost page stuff in a sec, but I want to say it's weird, and I think this is worth flagging, that Lushu knows what's on the lost page, because he doesn't have the book. And the Master specifically ordered him not to read the book at all. So, I mean, I guess it's possible that the Master relayed this to him, but I would be surprised if the Master said, you can't know what's in the book, let me tell you.
Yeah, is this like implying that he's just figured it out by watching what's going on? Or, yeah, I guess...
It's possible. Maybe he like, was spying on Gula and pieced it together or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess him talking about it, maybe... Because I was a little confused why Ava just starts jumping to conclusions about Lushu here. And is this maybe why? Because she's like, wait, how do you know this stuff if you're not supposed to?
Yeah, if you're not supposed to have the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Because, yeah, she just asks him straight up, are you the traitor, Lushu? And he doesn't answer. He just summons the Master's Keyblade, which... It doesn't make things look good. Also, we know from back cover that the lost page says that the traitor will... carry the sigil, and the sigil is probably the letter X, which is in his name.
Right.
So I'm still torn between Gula and Lushu being the traitor, but this moment certainly doesn't look good for Lushu.
Yeah, but again, it's like fairly confusing, I think, for him to be the traitor, Because what has he done? All he's been doing is sitting on that hill.
That's true. He didn't, as far as we know, he didn't directly act on anything.
Yeah, I guess unless the idea is, he has been acting on things, and that's why he's the traitor.
Yeah, this is still a big mystery. We'll have to keep an eye on this.
Yeah.
Lushu also says, in order for me to carry the secrets, the events on the lost page need to happen. The Master's only concern is enabling me to fulfill my role.
Right.
Very, very mysterious, very unclear.
Yeah, really the only thing the Master's interested in is having Lushu observe this stuff so the Master can know what happened and bring that information to the future, I guess. That's all he really cares about.
When he says carry the secrets, maybe he's referring to the black box.
It could be the black box. Yeah, that's true.
Or just knowledge of everything that's happened.
Yeah, unclear. Because we still don't know what's in the black box, so...
Yeah, a lot of mysteries here. I've got them all written down, rest assured. Meanwhile, this is what you were saying earlier. Strelitzia's Chirithy does go to her and tell her, I know where Dennis is. She jumps out of bed and runs off immediately, and Chirithy just hangs back in her room alone and is like, she really gonna be a union leader? I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
My kid is kind of a dumbass. God bless her, but I don't know.
Yeah, oh, well.
We get a little bit more of the lost page that we have not heard from back cover. This is Gula reciting this to Dennis and Skuld. Says, imbalance observed, strength misplaced, a future filled with sorrow, words of truth misunderstood as they explore the secret of tomorrow.
Yeah.
More stuff about carrying secrets into the future. So maybe this could be about Lushu, but yeah, I don't really know what to make of it. It also rhymes, so my eyes just glaze over.
Although the other person that has secrets of tomorrow is Ava, who has the secret of what's going to happen in the next world, you know?
Imbalance observed makes me think about Lushu watching this conflict between the unions.
Yeah.
Strength misplaced. That could mean a lot of things. A future filled with sorrow, I mean, that's pretty obvious. Words of truth misunderstood. Maybe that's referring to them interpreting the Book of Prophecies in a way that leads them to fight.
Yeah, because I think, because you could like, I think it's intentionally vague, and you could intentionally apply it to a couple people. Because you could apply that to like Ased, he's got strength. He definitely has strength that is misplaced, and he seems like he really misunderstood what the Master of Masters was telling him what to do.
Yeah, I don't know. This'll be another thing that we probably are going to have to come back to in the future.
Well, and actually, as they search the secrets of tomorrow, that's just all of them reading the Book of Prophecies.
Oh, words of truth misunderstood as they explore the secret of tomorrow. The secret of tomorrow, the Book of Prophecies, exploring it, reading it, misunderstanding words of truth. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's basically that none of them really get it, which is kind of maybe not on them,
Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned before that it is always possible that the book was intentionally written to sound a certain way by the Master. Like, what I'm writing isn't untrue, but I am making it sound in such a way that will really encourage them to get mad at each other.
Right. Like the time that he told us, said, yeah, your job is to overthrow the leader.
For light.
Yeah.
We go back to Ava, who has just heard something from Lushu. We don't know what it is, but she is horrified. And he says, now that you know who the traitor is, can you accept it? And she says, I don't believe it. And he says, all right, well, have fun fighting in the war, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that says that Lushu's not the traitor. And I didn't think he was, because it kind of doesn't make sense for him to be the traitor. But
yeah, and if he is saying to her, yeah, the traitor is me, considering that she just accused him of being the traitor.
Yeah.
So, I get the way I see it, there's 3 possibilities here about what he just told her. Number 1, the traitor is the Master himself.
Right.
That would shock her. Can you accept that? That could fit into this conversation.
Right.
Number 2, the traitor is one of them, unspecific. Like, I think that this moment would play out exactly the same if he said, the traitor is Ira, the traitor is Envy, the traitor is Gula, I think that her reaction would still make sense for any of them.
Yeah. Could also be, you're the traitor.
Yeah, that's number 3. The traitor is you.
It could be that.
Can you accept it?
Yeah. A thing I was wondering is like a more esoteric 4th option because of what we're going to find out about evil Chirithy. As I was like, was the traitor just all of their hearts? Have all of their hearts betrayed them? Because...
Or even just the traitor is Dennis.
Or Dennis, yeah. True.
I guess that is a 4th possibility. The traitor is one of the Keyblade wielder kids. Probably Dennis.
Yeah, because unwittingly he has been a traitor, essentially.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, we simply don't know.
We just don't know.
I think it all comes down to that. We don't know what he said.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning toward the traitor is the master or the traitor is Dennis.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
At least in terms of what Lushu is saying, because I still think that there's a strong argument to be made for if one of the masters, the foretellers, is a traitor, it's Gula.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of possibilities here.
Yeah, but anyway, time to fight.
Time to fight. He says another vague thing, which is if there is a solution, it'll become apparent after the war is over. And he then elaborates a little bit on something he said a minute ago, which is, the Master doesn't care what happens to the world. The only thing that I think the Master cares about is what we do with our knowledge, where our hearts guide us as his disciples. And Ava says, I think you're just interpreting the Master's words however you want. And then she pulls out her Keyblade to fight.
Yeah, maybe. It's like, we don't know enough. That could be. You both could be right.
I think you're full of shit, Lushu. I'm going to kill you. Gula tells Skuld and Dennis that the traitor is a catalyst who will lead to the end of the world. And he finally does admit, it probably wasn't a said. I was probably wrong there. He reads a little bit more of the lost page, which says, a single strike will be followed by tolling bells which signal the end. And Ava attacks Lushu, and when their Keyblades clash... I don't know how literally we're meant to take this. It seems that the impact sort of resonates through the town and signals to the clock tower that it's time for war to happen, and they start ringing the bells.
Yeah, or the shockwave literally makes the bells ring. I don't know.
I guess that's possible.
Yeah.
She attacked him very hard.
She's very angry. For
and who could blame her?
Well, I guess. I still don't know what she's angry about, necessarily.
He's being very mysterious. That's reason enough for me.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
I also want to attack Lushu right now.
Yeah. Well, I want to take his hood off. Take your hood off.
Yeah, what's his silly little face look like?
Yeah.
Chirithy, this is a funny moment where Chirithy is like, Master Gula, is it really okay for you to be telling us all this stuff? And he's like, no, but why? What does it matter at this point?
Yeah, the world's ending.
And then the bells start ringing and he says, uh-oh, better get going. The war's about to happen. So they go outside and Skuld says, okay, it's time for me to be a dandelion. I have to go find the others. Are you sure you don't want to come with us? And Dennis says, nope, sorry. I'm going to die in the war. This is my decision.
Yeah, guess I'll die.
He really guesses he'll die. This is I understand his reasoning of like, I don't want to abandon everyone else. But I also can't understand this decision.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, I don't want to abandon everybody, but then shouldn't you be, like, trying to stop everybody from fighting instead of just fighting whoever wanders up and wants to fight you?
Yeah, no point trying to stop the fighting. I don't want to abandon everyone. I will go to war with them so we all die.
Yeah. I guess Dennis is just giving up,
choice.
Basically.
Yeah, he's over it. He's accepted his fate. And she says, how about this? Even if you don't join the Dandelions and leave with us, can you at least, like, try not to die in the war so that we can say hello to you afterwards and continue to be friends? And Dennis is like, well, I'll try.
Yeah.
They shake hands, and Skuld leaves.
Yep.
And Dennis pauses and turns to Chirithy and says, what happens if I die? And Chirithy says, I will also die. And Dennis says, well, here's a question, Chirithy. Because if I go to this war, it's very likely that I will die and then so will you. What do you think I should do? And Chirithy's like, don't do it. Like, oh, you're finally asking me? No, don't do war, please.
The war seems bad. Like, I don't know who you're worried about abandoning, but don't do that.
I guess if you want my opinion, there's no downside to joining the Dandelions and only downsides to not joining the Dandelions.
Yeah, I wish I could try to... Again, it's like, we didn't play the game, so maybe I haven't seen all these people that Dennis is trying to protect, but as far as I can tell, all of his friends are Dandelions, and he should probably just leave with them.
Yeah, you might be right about that, because I do know, we have talked very briefly about the fact that there are, like, other like that are largely cut from this compilation. Maybe that's who Dennis is thinking of.
And I guess it's like, I suppose he's thinking more than just like, well, I get, you can care about people when they're not your friends, and I suppose he doesn't really want the end of the human race ? To happen, basically. Besides the Dandelions,
maybe he's like, I don't want to have survivor's guilt.
Yeah,
I'd rather just die.
But then it is like, but you have no solution, so why would you go fight?
Yeah, but on the other hand, he's like, hey, Ephemer, sure, he's nice. I knew him for part of one day, but you know who I've known this whole time? My boy Mog, who's got that Moogle head on.
Yeah. He's got the
I want to go watch him die.
He's got the confidence to wear that Moogle head. And I think you should die for that.
I want to be there when it happens.
Yeah.
But Chirithy says, we were never meant to become friends. This is another weird moment where they allude to the rules that we never heard of, where he's like, we were never meant to be friends. Maybe it's against the rules. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Could be.
Maybe those rules exist. Anything's possible. But we are friends, and I don't want anything to happen to you, Dennis. And old Nightmare Chirithy pops up with his purple and says, you gonna fly away with the other Dandelions while your friends die? I guess just got here, wasn't listening to the conversation up to this point.
No, wasn't interested.
No, I'm not.
No.
Dennis is like, whose Chirithy are you? And I think the Nightmare Chirithy doesn't it just go like, I'll get to it in a minute, shut up.
Yeah.
We're winding things down, all right? But there's more plot to happen first. It says that the famous bangle, who could have thought that the bangle would be relevant all the way to the end game?
Only because of the way that Damo made it clear it was important.
Right. If it didn't matter, this would have gotten cut, because even if it was just like halfway through, there's a mention of the bangle again. Like, just cut both mentions of the bangle. No, it turns out that the bangle goes all the way to the end. The bangle has been collecting dark energy and giving Dennis his strength. And Nightmare Chirithy says, this is what our master wanted. And Chirithy says, that's not true. The bangle is not supposed to collect dark energy. It's supposed to convert dark energy into light. And Nightmare Chirithy says, that's not true. And the master knew all along. And that's why I'm here. Because, Dennis, I was born from your darkness.
Yeah, so... Is that because... But then, it wasn't born from the bangle, though, because Dark Chirithy gave Dennis the bangle in the first place. So Dark Chirithy already existed.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't fully understand this one.
Yeah. Well, it makes me wonder, does it mean that Dennis had the Dark Chirithy inside of him all along? Or...
in your soul, there are two Chirithys?
Or, I was actually going to say, literally, does everybody have a Dark Chirithy?
Yeah, well, that's something that I think makes this whole thing not land for me, is like, there's, as far as we know, absolutely no precedent for someone having multiple Chirithys, so when this happens, it's like, oh, what?
Right. Or, it's like, is Dark Chirithy not actually a Chirithy and is just looking like a Chirithy, but just a manifestation of... Is Dark Chirithy a Vanitas, actually? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, none of this is very clear to me.
Yeah, Xehanort is standing over Chirithy with his Keyblade.
Feckless neophyte.
Could be. I think you could title this episode, None of This is Very Clear to Me, at this point.
Evil creature from Chirithy Riven. To you the name Chirithy shall be given.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah, well, if we take this at face value, Dennis inexplicably has two Chirithys, and one of them is the Nightmare Chirithy that we've been seeing, and was born of the darkness. Okay, maybe... Alright, well, here's a thought. Because this is something I don't know the answer to. Maybe this is meant to imply that our character is actually special and important.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe our character just does have some kind of quality that means that there's two Chirithys. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, a thing I was wondering too is because this is like a gacha game that you're playing with a bunch of other people and you're all in unions together. But I guess, you guys can't all be having the same story happening simultaneously. I was always kind of wondering, like, if you were meant to all be simultaneously happening. That was confusing to me, because I know it was kind of a multiplayer game in a way.
The implication is that all the other players are just other kids in other unions, or in your union, but they are not characters. Every player is Dennis.
Okay. All right, fine. Then,
as they say.
Then yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe someday they'll tell us why there were two Chirithys.
maybe. But yeah, to your point, and I don't think I ever thought about this before. If this Chirithy was born from the darkness that the bangle created, then yeah, what would... Because there was a Chirithy who gave Dennis the bangle in the first place, so I guess he must have always had a second Chirithy in his heart and soul.
Yeah, maybe it's because, like, the way the master said it would happen is, like, if somebody fell to darkness, then you would have a dark Chirithy. But I guess, like, what if your heart has a little bit of darkness and a little bit of light? Then do you have both? Maybe it's just that simple.
Maybe. I guess we're also assuming that the dark Chirithy is the same Chirithy turned dark, whereas maybe we were always meant to believe that a new dark Chirithy pops up.
I don't think it was that, because there was the thing about summon your Chirithy, and you'll be like, well, I could summon anybody's Chirithy.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think it's that. I think it's just maybe they didn't actually understand how Chirithys work. I don't know. But the thing is, too...
This is one of those classic Kingdom Hearts things where it's either a complete oversight or it's intentionally inconsistent. But either way, 7 games from now, there's going to be a flashback that explains it.
Yeah, well, and so then I guess the other thing, too, is, like, I was wondering, like, does everybody have a Dark Chirithy now? Because everybody got one of those bangles. So are there actually lots of Dark Chirithys? And is that where nightmares come from? Because it does seem like these are what nightmares and dream eaters come from.
I feel like it was implied that there was one Chirithy going around giving people the bangles. Well, hold on. Because this also... Now, wait a minute. Wait a dang minute. The Masters, the Foretellers... When they found out about the Dark Chirithy in the first place, one of them said, it has to be one of ours, because there's no way that one of the normal Keyblade wielder kids, even if they did have a Dark Chirithy, they wouldn't have the means to mass produce these bangles.
Right.
So maybe... Okay, hold on. I think I'm understanding. Maybe. I think you said this is like maybe all of them have a Dark Chirithy as they become darkness. Maybe the one that gave Dennis the bangle in the first place was a rogue Chirithy belonging to one of the Foretellers, and then that bangle collected darkness and produced this Dark Chirithy, which we've been assuming is the same one that gave him the bangle, but maybe it's not.
Yeah, maybe there's more than one Dark Chirithy. They all look the same, so you can't know.
Yeah, this is why the Master is definitely evil, because even if... Here's the thing, the Master is evil, regardless of whether he's evil in the story, on a meta level he's evil for forcing this conversation to exist.
That's true.
I have to try to understand this because of his machinations.
Also, Dark Chirithys could just choose to look like Light Chirithys if they wanna, so it really doesn't fucking matter.
I interpreted that as that was a gradual change, like in Fable when you turn evil and grow a goatee.
Right,
Oh no, sorry, the goatee of evil is in KOTOR, excuse me.
Yeah, you grow horns and stuff in Fable.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I interpreted that as that was the Dark Chirithy becoming darker over time. And then showing up and going, how do you like my new look?
Right, but the Chirithy that handed out the Dark Bangle looked like a normal Chirithy. So I think Chirithys can disguise themselves, which makes them really not a very good canary in the coal mine. It's like it's like the Master wanted this all to happen, and maybe he did.
This conversation must be absolutely fucking inscrutable if you haven't watched this already.
I can't believe how long we've talked about this, but it really drives me crazy. So yeah,
it's the bangle. It's the most important thing. The bangle is the inciting incident of the entire universe.
It is, and we aren't. And apparently, there's no answers, and that's really frustrating.
Oh yeah, believe me, if I had these answers, even if they come like at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, I would be spoiling them right now.
Yeah.
Just to make this understandable to the listener.
I feel like there's a non-zero chance too that maybe stuff like around the Bangles and the Chirithies will just be totally abandoned and never answered. Like,
I almost hope so.
Like, I think that you definitely, like, obviously Master of Masters is important and, like, the overall plan was important, but maybe the little details we'll never get to know.
I think that would be good if it was just a MacGuffin for the stupid mobile game, and the only thing that really matters is that the war happened.
The war happened, Lushu went on, and Master of Masters is somewhere.
The stuff that we hear in back cover is canon. Like, oh, they got in a fight. They were trying to get the most Lux.
Right.
The details that you didn't get from back cover, they weren't in it for a reason. But no, they were because the bangle was in it!
They talk about it, yeah.
Fuck!
They talk about it when they talk about Chirithies.
I hate this bangle!
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Nightmare Chirithy summons 3 Darklings, the Keyblade wielders who turned into Heartless, and they fight.
He becomes a big Chirithy, which was fun.
Yes, and this is the first that good Chirithy has ever heard, apparently, of the concept of spirits versus nightmares, because Dark Chirithy says, unlike you spirits, we nightmares exist to plant bad dreams, thereby severing my bond with Dennis and gaining freedom, true freedom. So it does become ripped.
Yeah, it gets swole. Oh yeah, and it says we nightmares, so there's more than one Dark Chirithy.
Yeah, it could also just mean nightmares as a category, but I think I am leaning towards the possibility that all of these Keyblade wielders who have started to get corrupted by darkness probably have a Dark Chirithy. I think that that's the least brain-hurting possibility.
Yeah, I hope so.
So... yeah, Dennis fights the Darklings. Nightmare Chirithy then eats them and becomes buff. Dennis beats him. And Nightmare Chirithy says, well, that's okay because I got what I wanted. Our bond is severed. I'll see you in another dream. So it seems like this is exactly what it wanted.
Yeah, it wanted to... yeah. Well, it's like in The Ring when you weren't supposed to help her and then she's out of the well.
Or like in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep when Vanitas wants Ventus to kick his ass.
Right, yes. This is good, actually.
Meanwhile, bad times for Strelitzia as she arrives at the disused building. They walk inside, and her Chirithy gets startled for a moment, but says, oh, I thought never mind. Probably just my eyes playing tricks on me. And Strelitzia kind of calls out, hey, anyone in here? But no one answers, so she says, all right, well, I guess I'll head back to the fountain. And she turns around and gets attacked from behind and killed.
Yeah, I did not see this coming.
She is struck down. We don't see who attacks her, but they bend down and grab her Union Leader rulebook, and they walk back into the shadows where we can't see them anymore. And Strelitzia, she's not quite dead yet, but she tells Chirithy, like, oh, this was all my fault. I never should have tried to find Dennis. I shouldn't have been running around on my own at night. She picks up her Chirithy and kind of staggers to the doorway, thinking about Dennis, and says, I just wish I had had the courage to speak to him. And then she dies, and I think for the first time in Kingdom Hearts, actually watch someone die, and her body actually disintegrates, and her heart flies out the door.
Yeah. We watched Axel die. We've seen people die. There's all the people that Sora killed in Chain of Memories.
Yeah, I guess I'm not counting nobodies. This is a living human being.
Fair, okay.
Being destroyed and killed.
Well, Clayton got crucified.
Clayton did get crucified, but it was off screen.
True.
But we know what happened.
Yeah, we do know what happened.
But yeah, Strelitzia is dead. R.I.P.
Yeah, we barely knew you.
Born to die.
Yeah.
Oh well, guess that's that.
Yeah.
A few days later, the unions gather in the Badlands that are not yet the Keyblade Graveyard. Now this is... okay. Hold on. I feel like I had a note before where we saw in back cover Lushu carrying the box out into the desert.
We did.
And it was like, it looks like the Keyblade graveyard, but it's not the Keyblade graveyard because there's no Keyblades.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that just means that he walked out there and then came back. I don't know. We'll come back to that if that's ever anything.
Maybe that's him, like, setting up his, like, he's on his way to set up his little, like, camping chair to watch the fight happen somewhere out in the desert.
Oh, could be.
Like, cause, and then actually, people think there's something really important in that box, but it's actually just a cooler, and that's where he's got his, like, he's got his sodas for watching the fight.
Oh, but no, he promised to the master that he would never open it.
Oh, shit.
Maybe that's why the master found it so funny. You can never open it. It's full of brewskis for that. Oh, wouldn't they be so refreshing while you watch the fight?
No. Lushu's gonna be so mad when he finally breaks down and opens it.
Dennis narrates. I do really like this moment where, like, all the unions have gathered and the masters are, like, yelling something, but Dennis and the other Keyblade wielders apparently, like, can't even hear what they're saying. They're just like, we all know what's about to happen. I don't know. I think that's a very, like, evocative sort of, like, war moment of the people in charge are telling us why we're here to fight, but that's, like, not really, it's not really for us to know anyway.
Yeah. It is one of those things where it's a little let down by the video game that it is, because Dennis is just sort of smirking while the end of the world starts to happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, never has a game needed to look a different way more than this game.
When all the murder starts to happen, yeah.
Yeah, he says in that moment there was no time to think about why we were fighting, why our enemies were suddenly our friends instead of monsters of darkness. But if there's one thing we know, it's that no matter how hopeless it gets, people will always cling to that last shred of hope until the end. And we just pan up to the sky as the fighting starts, and we just see heart after heart after heart after heart flying up into the sky as all of the kids start killing each other.
Yeah, it's that actually made me feel something seeing all the hearts. I was like, that's terrible. This is awful.
It's really, really dark.
Yeah. I mean, this is what Xehanort said happened, right? But
yeah, I think the thing for me is when I played Birth by Sleep and all that, like, never did I imagine that the Keyblades in the Keyblade graveyards were wielded by a bunch of, like, kids and young teenagers.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that. You know, and I guess actually, you know, when I had conceived, when they talked about how the Keyblade War is what brings about Kingdom Hearts, I had kind of more pictured that as, like, oh, the energy of the clash, or for some reason of, like, dark and light Keyblades creates Kingdom Hearts, but it's like, no, it's just that literally so many people die that the hearts gather into Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, which is similar to the way that Ansem in Kingdom Hearts 1 was trying to summon it. Just like, if I gather up all the hearts,
yeah,
Kingdom
or what
Hearts
Xemnas is doing. Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's fighting. And now, speaking of this game not really rising to the occasion of the moment, Dennis says, all right, it's time to put my armor on. He puts his armor on. It looks really badass and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get a parade of Union leader fights that, in my opinion, is a train wreck.
It seemed, yeah, it's weird.
It's extremely clowny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, of course you're gonna fight all the foretellers. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and it's like, and it gets weirder too, because they all, like, fight, and it's kind of implied that even when you win, you kind of just sort of got your ass kicked, and they were just sort of, like, testing you or whatever. And I'm like, why aren't they murdering him? Shouldn't they be murdering him?
Yeah, like, you know we're here to kill each other, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
so first Aced walks up, and he's like, oh, you're the guy that I beat up the other day. They fight, and it ends with Aced being like, oh, you are pretty strong, you're pretty brave, but that just makes you a threat to my brick house, my house of bricks. And he prepares to attack with his full strength, but Ira jumps in and says, this ends now, and then they go off and fight each other. This is one of the weirdest moments, because Dennis kind of brushes himself off, and then, like, turns, and Envy is standing there, and she's like, sorry, kid, I'll make this quick.
Yep, my turn.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this might be, like, the only time that we've seen Envy outside of back cover.
Yeah, Envy is the least involved. Envy's job was just to be a snitch.
Yeah. It was really jarring seeing this moment because it was almost like oh, sorry, I don't think we've met.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Oh, shoot, yeah, they didn't really write much for me. Hi, I'm gonna kick your ass now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she would have been popping up here and there if we were in the Snake Union, which I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, seeing her here was very strange. Again, it just feels like obligatory foreteller fights. And yeah, I don't like this moment one bit.
No.
But yeah, she fights Dennis, and she just says like, Ira taught you well. Bye. She says just like, I hope you make it through this, and then she just leaves, and then Gula walks in with his keyblade slung over his shoulder like a prick, and he's just like, oh hey, it's you.
Hi.
Oh, you're the one from the house the other day who I told about the lost page. He literally says, you don't look so good. Are you okay? All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's weird.
You don't look so good. Are you okay? All right, here we go.
The ending is very funny, though, when he kicks Dennis's ass and then says, whatever. I'm not really in the mood for a proper fight. See you around, maybe. And then he just leaps 1,000,000 feet into the air off screen.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it's like, it just feels really video gamey in a way that is weird to me.
It's a boss rush.
Yeah, but it's just not a very well justified one. Yeah.
It's a boss rush, but it's a boss rush in the sense of like, these are my bosses that I work for.
Well, yeah, and like to me it'd be like, this would be interesting if Dennis was fighting and actually defeating all the foretellers. Like, that would be something. That would be really interesting, actually, if it's like, oh, yeah, they all fall here, and Dennis does it. Like, that could be cool, but that's not what happens.
Yeah, and, that would imply some stuff about, like, the strength that Dennis has allegedly been receiving from the bangle and all that. Not that I want the bangle to be any more relevant than it is. But yeah, this really is just, like fending off the adults who then, one by one, are just like, whatever. They just leave. I'll let one of the other kids kill you.
Yeah, right.
We do see there's a little note here that this is not basically you don't fight your own union leader, but we do get the footage of what would happen if you're not in Ira's union. He just walks over and says, I'll be merciful. And then similarly to what happens when you fight Aced, the Ira fight ends with Aced just running in and being like, Ira, I'm gonna kill you. Which it's very funny because obviously we saw both of these, but like if you are in Aced's union or Ira's union, you only get one of these scenes.
Right.
But
right.
Anyone else would see Aced beat you up, then run away fighting Ira. Then Ira comes back and beats you up, and then Aced shows up and is like, I'm not done with you. Yeah, it's extremely clowny. Finally, Dennis collapses. We start to see Keyblades like slamming into the ground, and it becomes the Keyblade graveyard that we know and love. Ava is the last one to find Dennis, and Dennis is like, shouldn't you be guiding the dandelions? And she's just like, ready your blade. I won't ask twice.
And that was weird to me too, unless Ava knows something about Dennis that we don't know.
Ooh, I hadn't thought about that. Huh.
Yeah. But then she tells him to join.
This moment could make a little bit of sense
anyway.
if Lushu told her that this is the traitor.
But then she tells him to join the dandelions anyway, so I don't know.
Oh, you're right. That's right. After she fights him, Dennis is like, why are you doing this? And she says, it's not for you to know. You should join the dandelions.
Yeah, it's so confusing. Like, her fighting him makes the least sense.
Yeah. It's a ridiculous series of ridiculous moments. But yeah, she beats him, but I assume that you have to actually win the fight and then you still fall over every time. But who knows? Yeah. Not my problem.
Yeah, it looks like it's the kind of thing where you have to lose all the fights.
But Dennis's Keyblade armor disappears and he collapses for real this time. He wakes up later in the center of the big X of non-Keyblade space between all the Keyblades. The sky is still filling up with hearts, and Chirithy pops up and gives him a hug and says, it's time for you to rest. And a bright light appears in the sky, and Dennis says, is it my time? But then Skuld appears, with Ephemer.
Whoa.
And this is a very sad moment as Dennis kind of breaks down crying and is like, you broke your promise, you jerk.
Yeah. I like that.
And Ephemer's like, well, I'm here now. Sorry. This moment is a little bit weird because this is actually from the beginning of a fragmentary passage. This is not from back cover. It's another like full CGI cutscene. As Kingdom Hearts forms in the sky above the battlefield, Lushu watches nearby with the Master's Keyblade and the black box.
Oh.
Yeah, that was actually not in Unchained Key or back cover. Credits.
Yep, credits happen. It's done.
What a game.
Yeah.
But we do get a little... Oh, I didn't think to ask or to tell you. Did you watch the scene after the credits?
I did.
Okay, good. Because this is a bonkers moment.
Yeah.
This is the sort of secret ending of Unchained Key called Unchained 0, where we go to the Enchanted Dominion, the Sleeping Beauty world, and Maleficent appears and says, it seems it has actually worked. Where did they run off to? Sora and his buffoons can't follow me here. Nothing will stand in my way. And she walks toward her castle.
So when she says it actually worked, does she have the Book of Prophecies? Is that what's happening? I don't know what she's saying actually worked.
We will leave this one hanging. We will learn more about this in Union Cross proper.
Okay. Also, what really bothered me is she called them buffoons with an A, and that's not how it is. It's a buffoon with a U, right?
Yes, this cutscene looked a little bit crunchier.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if maybe this was like maybe the only footage that existed of this cutscene was like a fan translated version of the Japanese cutscene.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah, because I think that this scene doesn't exist in Union Cross. Like, if you started playing the game for the first time after Union Cross came out, I don't think this scene happens. I might be wrong about that.
Okay.
But yeah, the visual quality was a little bit different. So yeah, I wonder if this was not the officially translated version. But yeah, she did say buffoons. Sora and his buffoons.
Buffoons. Oh shit! Did she make her digital book of prophecies? Did she finish her night school, or Pete finishes night school to make to hack up a digital book of prophecies?
She finally learned what a computer is.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let you theorize all you want, because this is one thing that I do know the answer to.
Okay.
Very rare these days.
Yeah. I assume basically until we get to Kingdom Hearts 3, you're not going to know anything.
Maybe.
Some
stuff.
Okay.
Some stuff. There's a little sort of epilogue here.
Right.
I don't want to get into it fully or dwell on it too much, because this was a little bit of artistic liberties from Damo. This is endgame Kingdom Hearts 3 content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a fan-dubbed bit of text that we are presuming is Lushu. But yeah, this stuff that we hear in this moment, we don't have that information right now, so I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
You can, if you have anything to say about it, you're welcome to do so, but...
No, not really. I mean, the thing that they bring up that I think we can't talk about because we knew anyway is that now that one of the 5 union leaders is going to be an imposter, because...
Yes, that I think is a thing that is safe to talk about, is, Lushu narrates about the end of the world, and he does allude to the idea that one of the new union leaders was not one of the people chosen by the Master, which we do know that because Strelitzia is dead.
Yeah, so someone killed Strelitzia and picked up her book. And I think to me the question is the person that killed Strelitzia and picked up her book just some union member we don't know that's a traitor? Or was it one of the foretellers who did it? Like, and maybe they just took their mask off and are now going to hang out with the dandelions.
There is one more thing actually that I think is fine to just bring up here. The end of this little Lushu narration is he wonders if this disruption to the upcoming union leaders is another phase in the Master's plan itself.
Yeah, probably. The guy seems like he sucks.
Seems very likely.
Yeah.
Well, that's Unchained Key. That's what a ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I mean, I'm definitely interested to see what comes next. I don't think, people could probably hear it was mostly kind of baffling and then kind of bad at points, but I am interested in what the mysteries are. I got a crackpot corner though.
I would love to hear it.
So I was thinking about what could be in the box.
Okay.
And the thing is, no one knows where the Master of Masters went. And that's because he went to the one place they wouldn't expect, which is inside that box. And so Lushu's carrying that box around because, he's in that box in stasis so that he can survive to the future that happens after the end of the world. That's my...
Oh, you think he's in stasis? I was imagining him like a contortionist in a suitcase.
Oh, he's just got a bunch of Oreos and some juice boxes or something in there. Yeah.
Yes, but he is also curled up into a little twisted pretzel.
No, I was going for this is kind of jokey, but also, I don't know, maybe that is how he got to the future, because he just went in that box and he's being carried to the future by Lushu. I think that'd be very funny if that's what eventually comes out of the box, is the Master of Masters, so...
And it's the Master of Masters, so you know that when he pops out, he's going to be like, hello!
No, I think you do
Hey!
I think you do the thing where he, stretches and yawns and says, what did I miss?
10,000 years!
Yes. That's right. So, look forward to that being confirmed, everybody.
Yeah, I'm ready to confirm it right now, but I'll hold off because it's not.
Do you have any guesses?
Not confirmed, not...
Do you have guesses about what's in the box that you can share with me, or do you have to wait to share what you think's in the box?
Let me scroll up to my list here. Do I have any that I can share? Well, I have one that's not really fleshed out at all. Mm-hmm. That literally just says, the black box is empty. And there's no elaboration.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a non-zero possibility that's what's in there.
Yeah, the reason that there's no additional text there is because I have no actual idea what that would mean or why that would be the case. So, yeah, maybe if I'm given any reason, maybe Missing Link will have some lore for me to flesh that one out, but don't expect to hear a full crackpot corner on that one anytime soon.
All right.
Can't get into that one. Wait. No, there's not really any.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I guess we might find out sometime. Probably in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, one of them I might... I don't remember exactly when everything happens. It's possible that I might be able to do one of them next time.
Okay.
Depending on when events transpire.
Alright.
Next week... Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. I'm still undecided. I'll decide this obviously before next time, but if you watched all the way to the end, Damo had a little recommendation in this video that was watch all of Union Cross, then watch all of Dark Road, the Xehanort prequel, and then go on to Kingdom Hearts 3 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm undecided on that. The way that I experienced it, as I've probably said before, is I watched the beginning of Union Cross, everything that was out up to the point that Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and then I stopped there, played Kingdom Hearts 3, came back for the rest. I'm inclined to do that, but I'll jump around and see if there's any big, Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers that might detract from our experience if we do all of Union Cross in one go.
Okay.
We've got more important stuff to talk about.
Sure do.
I should write down the order that we do this in. Questions or dive to the wiki?
Let's do questions, I think.
We have a question on our co-host from Noah at Aldude.
Oh, okay.
Which says, what if Demyx was a Keyblader and his sitar turned into a keytar? What if Pinocchio got a Keyblade and it was a P-Blade? Anyways... who do you want to see with a Keyblade, and who do you think should have their Keyblade replaced with a new weapon?
Okay, well, to the first two things, it'd be good.
It would be good. One, it would be good. Two, it would be great.
Yeah. Who else would I like to see with a Keyblade that doesn't have a Keyblade?
Gee, Jiminy, my P organ is my heart.
My P organ is my power!
I think that's a direct quote from Lies of P.
It might be. I don't know.
Who do we want to see with a Keyblade?
I mean, I think Donald and Goofy... It seems messed up they don't have them. It would be nice if they had.
That's my boring answer.
Yeah, that's a boring
Donald
answer,
and Goofy should have Keyblades. It's boring because it's true. Because at this point, why don't they?
Right.
I think in the first game, they didn't have Keyblades because it was sort of implied that there was the Keyblade that one person has, and that Sora was the Keyblade master. But now that we know that so many people have Keyblades, it raises the question, why don't Donald and Goofy get to have Keyblades?
They seem to have good hearts, and they're there to fight all the time. So they have. And
You're right. Good point. Why doesn't Goofy have a Keyblade?
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, Donald has a strong heart. He's a jerk, but that doesn't mean it does. If a Sed can have a Keyblade, Donald can have a Keyblade. He's sort of a set of ducks.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's like the easy answer. You're right. I guess I don't know if there's a more interesting answer to be had.
I think if Axel gets a Keyblade, Syx gets a Keyblade.
Okay. So they can have a Keyblade fight. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete. Pete should have a Keyblade. Why didn't I think of that? That's the obvious answer. Pete should have a Keyblade. That'd be amazing.
What's he doing with that thing?
Well, it's obviously like a dark Keyblade, and I don't know. Maybe he's unlocking stuff that shouldn't be unlocked.
Just in a troublemaking sort of way.
Yeah, just show them.
He's just like walking around in like a residential area, just unlocking people's front doors and carrying on.
And then locking stuff that they don't want locked, and yeah.
Oh my god, he just like sees someone like jump out of their car to like run back inside and grab something, and he sees that they left their keys like in the cup holder, and he's like,
this is gonna really mess their day up.
Yeah. I mean, like with everything with Kingdom Hearts, it'd be better if Pete was more involved, and yeah, he should have a key.
Who should have their Keyblade replaced with something else? Axel should have his Keyblade replaced with some cool flame chakrams.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of like when Riku wasn't a Keyblade person, but just had like other types of powers. So if he just went back to having his sword, that could be cool.
What if Roxas only fought with a struggle bat?
There you go. Yeah.
Or like a struggle blade. It's like a Keyblade shaped blue foam bat.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be all right.
That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Mickey can just have an actual sword.
Yeah. Mickey gets a gun.
He gets Excalibur.
Right. There you go.
And a gun.
Yeah.
He's oh shit, I don't remember. In the Like a Dragon Ishin, he's got the like wild dancer style or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, and it's like Mickey is the most anime character, as we've mentioned. He loves to talk. He loves to talk with his back turned to people and do cool flips and stuff. So he should really have a gun.
Pay for this.
He should have a gun blade.
Oh, he could take Leon's.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Or Lightning. Man, has Lightning shown up in Kingdom Hearts yet? It's kind of amazing if Lightning hasn't showed up in Kingdom Hearts. Because
no, I think. I know I've been wrong about this before. I'm pretty sure that there are lightning medals in Union Cross.
Yeah, because Nomura loves.
Let me confirm this, because I also said that How to Train Your Dragon was in it.
It's going to be hard to Google Lightning Kingdom Hearts, I think.
I'm just on the wiki.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get a... Oh, there's like a chibi, almost like a Funko Pop lightning medal. Oh, it's from World of Final Fantasy.
I see.
I need to play those games. I've heard that they're good, and I've also heard that they're not good.
Yeah. Let me know how it goes.
It'll probably go exactly how it went when I played Final Fantasy X. I forgot.
All right. Yeah, fair enough.
I believe we also had a question on Discord.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, Vertigree asked, if you were a foreteller, which would you be? Let's just do that part first, I guess.
I would be Ira because I'm the nicest guy and everyone likes me.
I feel like this sucks because I don't like any of the foretellers. I think they're all kind of bad outside of Ava, but I don't necessarily want to be Ava either. I don't think that, but yeah, I guess I would choose Ava because I get to do something that isn't terrible. I don't know.
Knowing we couldn't be the traitor, how would we determine who I mean, I'm a god gamer at Among Us, so it would be very easy for me.
So what kind of Among Us tactics would you bring towards determining who the traitor is?
I use pure logic. I pay attention to where everyone is all the time. I take extensive notes in my head, and I never lie.
Okay.
Pure vibes also is the other thing.
Okay.
If I just get a good feeling from someone, if they seem scared of me, if I'm Ira and I'm like running down the hallway under the bridge and I see Aced and he kind of doubles back for a second because he thinks that I'm about to kill him, then I'm like, Aced is good. He's a nice guy.
All right. There is no good way to determine who the traitor is. I guess, well, here it is You force all the foretellers to just like all hang out in the same place, and no one gets to leave. And then
the classic Among Us strat of clumping up.
Yeah, like the foretellers never get to leave each other's sight anymore, and someone's going to slip up eventually if they're doing traitor stuff.
I also think this might be controversial. I think they could have just summoned their Chirithes.
I think they could have done that, and
I think they could have just been like, why don't we just all summon our Chirithes? And then Gula or whoever, I don't remember who said it, was like, that won't work, because I'd be like, bullshit, do it right now. Now. Too long. Yep, you're the traitor. You took way too long.
Yep.
A good guy would have just summoned his Chirithy.
Yeah, but I'm not even really convinced there is a traitor, honestly. I almost feel like the Master Masters might have just said there was to make them fight.
I'm definitely dropping Gula into the chasm, and then it pops up and says Gula was not the traitor, and I just go, well,
that's
good
fine.
luck. And then we all mute.
Yeah. Is this Wish Us Duck, or is this Dive to the Wiki now?
This is Dive to the Wiki.
Okay.
I think that I would like to read about the Getterborn.
The Getterborn.
The Getterborn?
Okay. Oh, I found
the Getterborn, Gettaborn, are the eponymous main antagonistic force in Kingdom Hearts Getterborn Rising. The Getterborn are heartless or nobodies which have been exposed to Getter rays, giving them Getter Robo / Getter Robo G-like appearances. When a heartless becomes a Getterborn, so too will its nobody if it still exists, and vice versa. According to Cohen Stinger, they were created to be the messengers of a mysterious force called the Getter, which Sora sees as an enemy of the universe and desires his death.
Huh. Sora doesn't really desire death. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Sora does desire death. Okay. Oh, it sees Sora as enemy, wants to kill him. I misunderstood. Got it.
Cohen Stinger is a possibly antagonistic supporting character in Kingdom Hearts Getterborn Rising, and a major member of a shadowy organization known as Hertz. Please tell me more about Hertz. Maybe this is just from Getter Robo.
Might just be from Getter Robo. Wait.
Hertz adheres to the naming scheme of two major organizations in Neon Genesis Evangelion. Nerve in German, and Seal, soul in German. Oh. Hertz is German for heart.
Man, so much different anime coming together here. I'm sad that I didn't know about Getter Robo, and I was hoping this was Get Her Done, and I was hoping this was all Larry the Cable Guy.
Get her born!
Where to get her born? Get her blade!
Oh, apparently Cohen and Stinger are the antagonists of the game Getter Robo Armageddon.
Got it. Hey, I think
it should be called Armageddon.
If you haven't done it yet, you should click on Getter Blade.
Oh, what? The Getter Blade is a new Keyblade made for Sora in Kingdom Hearts Getterborn Rising. It is made for fighting Getterborn on foot. The handle guard vaguely resembles Shin Getter Robo's torso, and the keychain is in the rough shape of Shin Getter Robo's head. I mean, it really, really, truly looks like Sora has shoved his Keyblade up the ass of a robot.
Yeah, it does look like that. It does appear to be that it's sort of like a Keyblade that assembles like a I don't know, like any sort of Power Rangers type show or like Kamen Rider type thing.
Yeah, those are three like spaceships that have all slotted into each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What is Getter Robo?
Is Getter Robo Sentai?
I thought it was a...
it's Super Robot stuff. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is like a tokusatsu robot show.
Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of Chibi Robo.
Might be thinking of Chibi Robo. Yeah, okay. This looks alright. I don't know. The Getter Blade's great, though. I love seeing a crayon drawing on this wiki.
The Getterborn appear to have been inspired by the invaders from Getter Robo Armageddon. I don't think that you get to say that about your own.
It could be inspired by that.
One could argue. It's impossible to say for sure.
Oh, did you read the etymology of Getterborn? Did I miss that?
They refer to the heartless / nobodies in question being reborn through the Getter rays.
Get a raise!
Get a raise!
Get a raise, robot!
I'm going into my job working at the cable company. I hope I get a raise.
Each heartless subbreed is named for their corresponding Get Machines animal namesakes in Latin, including the Draco, while the other two nobody subbreeds have different naming schemes. Rigel is a pun on Liger.
Explain that.
Bearing in mind the interchangeability of the letters L and R in Japanese translating. And Pisces is named after the zodiac sign for fish.
That still just sounds like Getter Robo stuff. wiki writer.
It's possible this is all copy pasted from Getter Robo Wiki.
Yeah. Well, I guess I've learned about Getter Robos. That's nice.
Oh yeah, there is a Getter Robo fan out there. Listen, okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll to the top.
Scroll to the top?
Scroll to the top and click on the user page of Gokai White.
Sure. Oh.
Is this Final Fantasy X?
Where? Oh.
It's like Sora shirtless in a pool with fireflies all around him,
Yeah.
holding a girl who might be Kairi.
Yeah, they've like photoshopped Sora and Kairi into the Yuna and Titus scene.
But then
Spoilers.
maybe that's not Kairi. No, I don't think that's Kairi. I think that's the OC. Because above that, there's a picture of an OC sitting in a throne, and under it, there's a picture of Riku and Kairi on the beach. So I think this is a Re-Kairi shipper.
I see. Wow.
Oh no, my original characters include Majin Getter.
I can't hear Getter without thinking Larry the Cable Guy, so I'm just loving it. Majin Getter!
Master Eel Knots. Oh no. Click on Eel Knots.
It's Stan Lee! Oh no!
Master Eel Knots is an OC created by Gokai White as a tribute to Stan Lee, December 28th, 1922 to November 12th, 2018.
This is the person that has all that fan fiction about evil Tony Stark, too.
Oh, good.
That's what Shinsegi is. Oh man. This is one of my favorite
Alias,
wiki
Stan the
writers.
Man, type, human, presumably.
Oh wow. Script
English
correct.
voice, Stan Lee, archived audio, Gokai White understudy. Gokai White actually met the real Stan Lee at Frank & Son's collectible show in 2015.
Huh. Oh, I'm really sad.
Nice.
I'm really sad I found they have a Bionicle one, but unfortunately it's not very fleshed out. I was hoping to be way more fleshed out because
No,
Bionicles
Bionicles are not fleshed out at all.
insane all on its own. And so I was hoping to get that flavor of Kingdom Hearts was Bionicle, but anyway.
Bionicle really just passed me by. I had Bionicle toys, and it wasn't for like another 10 plus years that I learned that there was intense Bionicle lore and fandom.
Yeah, it passed me up,
And
but
I was
then
like,
I heard that extra credit episode.
For those things?
Yeah. That extra
For
credit episode.
the Lego skeletons that you can flick a disc out of their hand?
Yeah, no, like the creators went real wild with that one.
How nice for someone. For a lot of people that I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this was a real journey.
Yeah. And now this is Wish Us Duck?
Oh yeah, this is Wish Us Duck, the segment that I forgot about.
I'll never forget. And I'll never practice.
Where we try to sound like Donald Duck.
Yeah, where we sent.
What did Donald Duck say this week?
Did Dark Chirithy say anything good?
He said something about like putting you in a dream you'll never forget. Let me show you a dream you'll never forget. What was the thing that Gula said? Hey, it's you. You don't look so good. Are you okay? All right, here we go.
Yeah, you could try to say that.
Okay, I'll do my best.
It's you. You don't look so good.
Yeah, I got about half of that. Oh no. Nope. It was doing this okay earlier. God damn it. All right.
That's Donald pulling out his gun when it's time to get his truant nephews to school.
That's right. Oh no, I've killed my nephews.
Here, I'll do the Nightmare Chirithy one too for good measure because it's been a while.
Okay.
What was? Oh, it's like I don't have the whole quote, but I believe he says, "I'm going to show you a dream you'll never forget."
Okay, now do Donald Duck doing Larry the Cable Guy saying "Get her born."
Wow, that's a lot of layers. Okay.
Yeah. that was great. I loved that.
I really tried to do the Donald Duck voice in the way that I would do the Larry the Cable Guy voice.
Yeah, it came through.
Disney, you know where to find me.
That's right. Oh, do they actually know where to find you?
Yeah, they probably do.
But you could tell them, I guess, right now where they could find you on the internet.
I pirated Sleeping Beauty one time. They probably have my name and address on a list.
A kill list, yeah.
They'll get to me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on the list above me, but they'll get to me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not Disney, you can find me at co-host at Positive Stress, and you can listen to my other podcast, Dr. Huh, which, of course, also was on a little break because Jordan and I were also sick.
Mm-hmm.
But we have recorded our episode, and it will be up by the time you hear this on... Can I remember? Oh, the infamous episode Love and Monsters.
Oh.
And we've got a very exciting episode next time because we reached a Patreon goal. So we're going to be watching the Doctor Who TV movie. We're going to finally meet the 8th Doctor properly and say hello and goodbye to him forever.
Huh. You can find me on co-host. Are you done? Sorry, I just started talking.
Yeah.
You can find me on co-host at Achilles Heelys or also on Blue Sky if you have access to Blue Sky. I haven't done any other podcasts recently, but I did stream a little bit of Advent Rising last weekend, and I plan to keep doing that intermittently, so keep an eye on my social media. I'll post before I do it again.
I couldn't make it to the stream, but I did see the clip where you crashed into a ship.
Oh, that's within the first 10 seconds of the game? Yeah.
Oh, is that... I believe the title was The End of Advent Rising, and I was like, oh, he beat it in one stream?
Yeah, the joke is the credits are still playing when I'm doing that.
Those were the opening
Those are the opening credits that are playing.
I truly believe that you crashed and died during the end credits.
No. I'm nowhere near the end of that game, apparently. It's not good. I guess... Yeah, this is a Halo killer I never got to play as a kid, but I was super excited by all the promotional material for it, and so I've been thinking about it ever since, and I finally got around to playing it, and I don't know, I don't think it killed Halo.
And all your childhood dreams came true.
I don't think it killed Halo, sadly.
Is that not why Halo stopped?
No, that's just Microsoft doing a bad job.
We are hosted on noisepace.xyz, where you can find other podcasts like 0 to 0 and LMNOP and more.
Yeah.
Facts. Like we say at the end of every episode of this podcast, we say it in the classic voice that we all love.
Keyblade!
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 And I guess just for good measure. That was a low effort one. That's what you're getting.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I have seen it through. The Keyblade War, exactly as written on the lost page. Now the Keyblade the Master entrusted to me must be bequeathed to another. 5 Union leaders have been chosen from the surviving dandelions. I will pass the Keyblade to one of them, and then continue watching the future unfold. Yet it seems someone has pulled the old switcheroo. One of the 5 is an imposter, someone the Master did not choose. They represent a virus in the program he so carefully wrote.